What's up, Mystic Manifesting family? Nick with Mystic Manifesting here. And I just finished recording a video for the Muscular Mystic page and working on a vlog there and a vlog for the Nick and Lily channel. So if you haven't checked those channels out, check them out. And I'm going to remember to plug some stuff. The Discord is popping off and I'm putting a lot of effort into it. We got, exclusive live streams on there. We got the little motivational group of everyone. We got the memes. We got fitness and passions and all that stuff going. We've got questions that are pretty much only on there, but they're giving me good jumping off points here. We got a free section where you can bring up discussions if you can't afford to pay for it. That way I can kind of include everyone in it. And then I'll be adding like little videos when I can, but they'll be exclusive to the Discord. So just to make sure the people there who are paying, they're getting a little perk or a little bit of extra stuff. So anyway, on to the next thing. We'll talk about, I got a whole list of things to talk about, but I want to tell a story about thought transmission. And I want to thank a very close friend of mine from the channel. I'm going to keep the anonymity to it, but she brought up thought transmission and it gave me a success story with it. Now, this is a specific person story. So everybody's going to gobble this one up. Loose. Specific person. But anyway, she gave me a specific person story. Just not with a specific person, but this is old, relationship she didn't want anymore. But anyway, point is, this is the first time she experienced this and thought it was a good example of the thought transmission. Essentially, she knew that like she had the assumption he's stalking her profile and this and that on Instagram. This person, she has a good following on Instagram. Um, he would be like the first one watching all her stories and stuff like that. So she built up that assumption. She's still working on this manifest, not right now, but in this time frame of the story, she's working on manifesting this guy as her boyfriend and all this stuff. And he's got a profile picture that apparently is not pleasing to her. It is giving her the ick, if you will. But he had another picture on his profile that she really liked, and she goes, "Well, it would be better if that was his profile picture." And now it's a chance to test the law. And she's like, "I'm tired of seeing him creep all my stories and then have that ugly profile picture." She's like, "He's changing his story. He's changing his story. He's changing his not his story, changing his profile, changing his profile, changing his profile. Same thing." She's going on this whole changing the profile picture thing. She said she can't remember how long she did it for. It was a prolonged period of time, but not super long. But she was obsessed with this. And it's, to each their own. Because some people will be like, why don't you just manifest that relationship? Why are you doing this? It's not about that. It's the fact that your thoughts create. Proving it on a small level or a big level is relative. All manifestations, once they're proved, it's an interesting thing and it's a fun thing to follow. So and to witness. So all the success stories I get to me are awesome because it's just like that wouldn't have happened. Like there's no way that correlates or that's not a coincidence. Anyway, guy changes the picture, kind of get the gist of where the story's going. He changes the picture and she's like, "Whoa!" She's like excited and she carried that excitement and perpetuated things into the positivity that she experienced with him in that time that they had together. And I'll tell you another thought transmission story. And this one is even more that specific person juiciness that everybody wants, right? And it is a real quick one about when I was manifesting my specific person. It was I was assuming that behind the scenes, and this is where you know that you write the story. Everything you're assuming is happening behind the scenes is what's happening behind the scenes. I was assuming that she was very upset that she broke up the relationship and blocked me and didn't want to see me again. Evidence in the 3D didn't show that. The movement didn't show that. But I was trusting that there's always movement in the background and things are always working out in my favor. Making sure that light's still on. Don't want to lose the mic. But I was trusting that everything was working out in my favor and that she really feels and believes everything that, I'm feeling and believing. I met her best friend one time on our first date. This is now almost a year later or more. I'm visualizing her best friend sitting at the table with her. I had only been in her house one time before too. Picture the table and the only room I saw, the best friend that I only saw once, her distinct voice that I only heard once, talking to my specific person and my specific person crying and responding with the time we went to the beach, which we had quite a few memories at this point. And that was just a memory I was using to keep my mind straight for a while. When the story unfolds and I wind up with my SP, it wound up being because I ran into that same friend at the gym while going balls to the wall with this manifesting. I ran into her and I took a chance that, hey, maybe this is her. I didn't know for sure if it was her, but I got the vibe and the feeling, inspired action, went and talked to her. She did this whole process to get us back together. Um, Long story short, I find out in the long run, she was telling my SP all the things I was visualizing. They were having the conversations in the room that I pictured. My SP was crying and thinking about me. She was regretting losing the relationship. She kept talking about the exact same memory, which was the going to the beach. So, once again, those are two stories, one from my friend and one from myself. Different levels. One person would say, "Oh my God, Nick, your story." Well, that one's they're equal. These are equal stories. Manifesting a cup of coffee is just as equal to these because it's proving that your thoughts create, and that's what I want to impress on you. Whatever you assume is happening in the background is what's happening. If you want to have inner conversations with them that end in something really good, they're going to feel that. If you have arguments with them, they're going to feel that, and those arguments are repulsing them. Those good conversations are attracting them. I don't want to get all into the law of attraction and vibrations and shit like that, but those are powerful statements that you could take and use and make them work for you. Use them whatever way you can take use out of them. But I just wanted to give you those two little examples. What's the law of assumption? Whatever you assume to be true is true and has to be true. So take this positive that whatever you're thinking about is happening behind the scenes is what's happening. And there's always movement. Take that affirmation. There's always movement, and it's moving in my favor. We're changing the way we think. Change our assumptions, change our thought patterns, change our dominant mindset from negativity and victim mentality to positivity and being our hero of our own story. So I hope this helps you guys. I'm very tired right now. It's almost 2 a.m. and I got to be up in 4 hours, but hopefully this quick little video helps you out. Love you. You got this. You can't fuck it up, and it's all working out in your favor. See ya.